Another day, another thought. Welcome on to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Hope everyone is doing great. I'm RJ together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up, everyone? I'm doing all right.
Thanks to everyone that's watching this pre-recorded live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. We have a good one for you today, so we hope you enjoy this show.
Yes, yes. Before we continue to the main topic of the show, of course, guys, remember to follow us on all the socials Instagram, Facebook, maybe in the future also locals. Maybe we'll let you know when we are on there with exclusives. For the meanwhile, while you're watching this video, don't forget to press on that like button. It helps us with the algorithm and the recommendations. Because here at the Double Top, we're trying to spread the word. I mean,
Yes, yes. The gospel.
don't stutter. Don't stutter. Don't fall asleep behind the wheel. Uh
I wasn't. So you kept talking.
yes. Anyway, let's continue, guys. We're trying to, yeah, the gospel. I mean, help us with that. Be a subscriber. If you're a subscriber already, help us spread the words. If you haven't subscribed yet, press on that subscribe button downstairs. It's red. And also press on that notification bell so you get notifications when we post. We're trying to post multiple show streams, what we call them, a week, at least two. And
Yeah.
on a daily basis, you will get a, a double dose, minimum, a double dose of the Double Toss Show with two clips a day. So during
Yeah.
during weekdays. So let us know. Also, not let us know in the comments. Let us know by pressing the subscribe button that you like this show. Yeah, that wasn't a smooth transition, but I
Don't
almost
stutter.
went off the rails. What did you
Don't stutter.
say? Amen. Amen. It is what it is. It is what it is. You might be right on this one. That was a pretty fast response. Guys, as we always say, or as I always say, or we always say this. Share your thoughts. The video, actually, not your thoughts. Well, you can share your thoughts as well, but I'm not. Jesus, I'm so out of sync right now. Share the videos with your friends, families, or distract your enemies with our videos so you can strike them out with a chair or with anything, with a piñata.
You, okay.
Hit it with a piano over the head. Crack it open.
The piñata. Crack the piñata open.
Yes. Yes. The piñata is the enemy. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? You can also hit your enemies with a
Come on.
piñata.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
But all everything I say, guys, fall under the disclaimer because here at the Double Dot Show, we might be talking about law and business, but we also tell a joke or two. RJ, do you have the disclaimer to save me?
I do. Guys, before we proceed, the usual disclaimer. Remember that the thoughts and opinions expressed in this show, especially those expressed on the in the articles and videos we share, do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and opinions of the Double Thought Show, KR, nor myself. All topics we discuss, we do it for we discuss for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised, and all commentary is alleged because here on the Double Thought Show, we don't know anything.
Nothing.
We're not your gurus. Furthermore, all commentary is or at least furthermore, if you require specific assistance in a particular area in your life, this is not the platform for that. We urge you to seek assistance from the respective professionals in the field in which you require legal, financial, life, or any kind of advice. And if you're done with that, or in the meantime, you can always tune in for entertainment here on the Double Thought Show.
Yes, every time you say that disclaimer, it reminds me of the show we did yesterday about. Well, that's it's a late night. It's a late night about the uh, the guys of the FTX getting
Yeah,
they're getting sued. It's guys, go watch it. Go watch it.
yeah, go
We
check it
posted
out.
it last night. So I mean, hey man, we don't give any advice over here.
Yeah.
Go sue someone else.
Yeah.
find find another victim.
Yeah.
Talking about victims,
Bora! Hora do show!
it's showtime. Because the person who's trying to make victims is becoming the victim himself.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Brett Favre, allegedly a victim, or he's allegedly trying to make others victim. Everything is alleged
A legend.
because, as we have said already in previous show, Brett Favre is on the field and off the field a wild boy. He's throwing all over the place. He's spreading the lawsuits like it's nothing. One thing he forgot
Crazy.
is during on court, he was throwing a lot of interceptions, and it seems like this might become an interception again.
Because he doesn't know when to retire.
Doesn't know when to stop. To be a slinger.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. Let me sling this. Let me sling this ball. Well, today we're gonna talk about the latest developments because we've talked in a previous show about this this unfortunate case of let's call it Brett choosing to sue Pat McAfee. He chose to sue Pat McAfee, Shannon Sharpe, and Shad White. And you would ask yourself, who's Shad White? Before we tell you who Shad White is, we have a couple of clips about this incident. It all started in the week of the Super Bowl. During that week, we did a show about lawsuits getting spread out. You get one. You get one. First of all, Marriott got one, and we did a follow-up story past Monday on it. And Pratt was handing out lawsuits to Pat McAfee and also to Shannon Sharpe and also Shad White. We did, of course, after this show, we did another show on this where Brett Favre's lawyer was talking greasy towards Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
We also talked about, as RJ said, referred to, Brett's no quit attitude and whether this will lead him to an ugly crash. Good thing he has his helmet on in this one. Don't get me started, guys. Don't get me started. This is a light one. I'm light. This is a light. This is light.
This is nothing.
This is nothing. But we talked about this case. So we talked about this case for a couple of times, 2 times so far, and we thought it was a great time to go back and look at it because one of the persons that are being sued, Shad White, and you, I said, you're gonna ask yourself, who is Shad White? I know Shannon Sharpe, I know Pat McAfee. Both are public figures who have their own platforms on YouTube and also on TV. But who's Shad White? Shad White is the 42nd state auditor of Mississippi. Certified fraud examiner, husband, dad, conservative, National Guardsman, Christian trying to live his will. Not endorsed by the US AF and DOD. Well, Shad was talking greasy about Brett because I guess, from what I understand, he did the research on this topic because Brett's case is happening, still going on in Mississippi. Mississippi is suing a couple of people over funds being misappropriated towards projects that they were not for. During this past few months, Brett has been asking the court to remove his name of the lawsuit for a couple of times. However, the Mississippi Department of Human Services has informed the judge that he should remain on a lawsuit. He hasn't been formally been part of it, so that's why he's trying to get his name out, because he's sitting in the waiting room. He's like, when am I? I'm not getting nothing. You guys sort of, my name is on here. Well, maybe his time will come. Who knows? Maybe they have more than he thinks they have. This is what we're going to talk about today, guys. Because apparently there is more.
Yeah.
RJ, do you have any opinions on this? Well, let's first on the Mississippi lawsuit against, well, it's 24 million that has been disappeared or misappropriated.
Yeah. Well, nothing much other than that. Other than what you already mentioned. Brett Favre doesn't know when to quit. And we did a show on Monday about Michael Irvin, and in his case, you also saw that he acted immediately after Marriott claimed that he made some comments towards a woman. He reacted immediately, but in his case, the difference is that he knew that he was clean, and there were witnesses and they had video, so everything was, the story is pretty straightforward. So he knew that there was a very small chance that things will go south. In today's show, what we're gonna discuss in the topics that we're gonna discuss in today's show makes you wonder whether
Makes your eyes tear.
yeah, whether Michael Irving should have.
Not Michael Irving though. Brett Favre. And you're on mute.
That Brett Favre should have avoided making the matters even worse than he did.
Clear. Sometimes it's better to move back. Take a step back. When you're in the pocket, you gotta take a step back and survey the field before you start throwing. Once you throw in real life, it might go south and you might get roasted.
Yeah.
Out here. Like a couple of beans straight off of Colombia. Anyway, guys, in today's show, we are going to basically merge the two lawsuits a little bit, the topics, because this topic will be very interesting for the lawsuit Brett has filed against Pat McAfee, Shad White himself, sorry, and also, and we haven't heard of him at all. I've never heard. He's like a corpse. He's laying still. He's playing possum. Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this as well. He's probably following the advice of his lawyers. But the other two don't do that. Shad is going face first, attacking in attack mode. And how did this happen? So it was revealed that text messages show Brett Favre knew he was receiving public funds in 77 million Mississippi welfare fraud scandal and tried to hide the fact. Claims state auditor being sued by retired quarterback for defamation. Favre has not been charged with the crime, but is being sued by Mississippi. He has insisted he was unaware of the origin of the funding he received. That is something that has been discussed a couple of times during this whole saga, this whole novella, telenovela in English. Brett said that he didn't know about where the money is coming from. He didn't know anything. It's like our disclaimer. However, unlike our disclaimer, where we don't know anything, he has proof that he knew. There is proof that he knew. According to Shad and to dailymail.com. Let me scroll up just in case. Dailymail.com. So it's not directly from, we're not the source here. Because you guys know, if we've said it before, Brad is suing nilly-willy. Doesn't know. It's like a bottom to him. He's suing everyone who says anything about him. But he might have sued the wrong one. He might have really sued the wrong one. RJ, do you have anything to add
No.
so far?
No,
No?
so far no. We can continue to the story.
To the story. Well, it's gonna become pretty hot. So Shad disclosed or shared on Twitter last week that, according to him, Brad had knowledge of the welfare scandal, unlike what Brad claims. Shad shared the following with his followers. New Mississippi information regarding Brett Favre's knowledge in the welfare scandal in Mississippi. Tucked into the state's recent filing in the lawsuit against Favre is a new set of text messages. And you're going to ask yourself, what do these text messages say? What do you expect, RJ?
Well, if I have to believe what Brett Favre said, then nothing in particular.
Okay.
Just general. How are you? Everything well? How's the project going? It's good for the kids, good for the community. Am I right?
According to the text and according to Shad, you're totally wrong.
Uh,
The views and
an opinion.
of Shad do not reflect the opinions of the Double Touch Show or KR or RJ. But let's proceed. You gotta keep the. I have to respond because some people skip through the skip to the video or the
The
live,
disclaimer. Yeah.
and then they miss the disclaimer. They cannot read. They
Yeah.
think they are gunners spreading the love, the lawsuit love, the suits, and then they try to bring us into this. Maybe we have to. Well, anyway. So this is what Shad shared. So part of the documents Shad shared on Twitter. Favre asked, "Would this also solve the brick and mortar issue? See Exhibit 1, MCC, blah, 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 blah." Again, Favre knew that grant funds could not be used for brick and mortar construction, which is the volleyball court they wanted to construct. That's basically what they're trying to say. But he sought to secretly obtain those funds for that purpose anyway. He asked, will the public perception be that I became a spokesperson for various state-funded sheltered schools, homes, etc., and was compensated with state money?"
Or can we keep this confidential?
Or can we keep this confidential?
KR,
Tell me. Or tell everyone.
if you go on a date with a woman you're really into, and you guys hit it off, and you think, oh, you know, it's a vibe.
So I didn't use according to Marriott's Michael Irving's icebreaker. Okay, clear.
And I thought you were going somewhere else. You didn't use. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you
Guys,
talking?
if you want to know that icebreaker, go watch Monday's show.
Yeah, but the date is good. You have a good feeling, and you think, you know what, this looking forward to a second date, and at the end of the date, the
Who's
girl
paying?
asks
Who's
you
paying the first date?
the first date. Yeah, you are, of
paying?
course.
Okay.
And at the end of the first date, you
If it was
hear.
50-50, I'm not gonna see her anymore, you know. That may be
But-
on purpose. But okay, for those who might have experienced that was on purpose. It wasn't a mistake, but continue.
Yeah. So, and then she asks you. You say, "Hey, I had a good time." She says, "Me too." Hey, but question. Uh, are your friends going to find about this, or can we keep this confidential?
She's gonna ask me that, or
She's asking you that.
confidential.
Let's say, let's say, let's say, let's say, let's
Are
say.
you a protected witness?
Let me make the question more specific. If she asks you, will RJ know about this, or can we keep this confidential? Yeah. What will
Again.
you think? What will you think?
Again, miss. Are you a state in state protection? Are you a scammer? God knows. But let's see what it is.
Why? So the question is,
Why would she ask that?
why would she ask specifically whether RJ, whether you can keep it confidential from RJ? There has to be something there.
Yeah.
And that's my whole point. Why would Brett Favre allegedly ask whether the public will know? Because allegedly, allegedly, there's something there.
There's something there.
Allegedly.
Where there's smoke, there's not always fire.
That's
But
true.
where there's smoke, there's always someone cooking.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's continue with the messages from Shad because he's going full attack mode. The public already knew. Favre knew he was receiving public money, but the new text make it clear Favre knew he was receiving grant money intended to benefit people in state-funded shelters, schools, homes, etc. In other words, the poor. The new text also provides another example of Favre asking to keep everything quiet while talking about getting paid grant money. Favre asked, Nancy knew, can we keep this confidential? Can we keep this confidential? As Shad continues, he's piling on. The point is that there are multiple exchanges where Favre stressed the need for secrecy. National News has talked about how Favre said in one text that he didn't want the media to find out. This wasn't a one-off, transient thought, though. He said it repeatedly. Finally, the text showed definitively Favre was aware there were concerns about the legality of spending this money on a volleyball court. And he knew there was a need to get around those rules. He'd been told the funds could not be spent on a brick and mortar facilities like a volleyball court. And he asked New if washing grant through the Favre enterprise would solve the brick and mortar issue. She said,
Yes, Brett.
bear in mind, this is the guy suing me for defamation, for having the temerity to tell taxpayers the truth. That Favre knew he was being paid in public funds. And he knows this was a sham. Lastly, there is a never-ending chorus asking me when I'm going to charge more people with a crime here. Shad continues by saying, I don't do that. I'm a state auditor. I audit. What you guys think I'm doing? Doing my job. I'm not doing other people's job. Prosecutors charge people with crimes. You can ask that Q2 Biden admin fed prosecutors, a local DA, or the state AG. Stop asking me these questions. It's clear. I got a bit carried away, guys. I'm sorry. You're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm not on mute.
You on the screen. You were on mute. But continue.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, no, you brought life. You brought life to the text, but yeah, I mean, it's again,
It ain't looking good for your
it
boy.
ain't looking
Well,
good
not
for.
your boy, but
It's not my boy.
it ain't looking good for the boy. The boy.
No, no.
The boy. The Hall of Famer.
The 30 for 30 boy.
Well, he wasn't 30 for 30. He's gonna get a 30 for 30 after this one.
That's what I'm saying.
Allegedly. There's nothing happened yet. It's all Shad White's words, but this might turn into 30 for 30. Guys, I will be sitting front row at that auction.
You're going for the Super Bowl ring?
I'm gonna say something foul. I might be going for that jacket, that golden jacket. Oh man, this was very foul. This was very foul. Now, guys, as we said, this is all jokes.
And as a
keep in mind-
joke, I'll tell you the chances of you getting the jacket is are very small, because he probably need to sell it to start paying off what he owes, allegedly.
Well, I cannot ask him to do some sponsorship deals because now my company's I don't have I'm living in my mama's basement. Any company wouldn't do that. Let's put it this way. That was a slip of the tongue. I'm in my mama's basement. But anyway, RJ, it ain't looking good for this guy, man. Chad is going full attack mode. He's like, I'm not even gonna get into the court. I'm gonna end this guy's career right now, right here.
Yeah. And again, it's a public person, so he does it publicly because he knows that the court procedure, the whole litigation procedure will take a long while. So why wait until then if you can sort things out now?
Why wait? Get the act right and make him act right now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, I mean, what kind of influence will this have on the case of his other lawsuit or his case against Shad himself?
Yeah. So the
And
case.
the others and Pat and Shannon.
Yeah. So the case he followed, the case he initiated was based on the predicate that he's innocent in this case. So he started a case against Shad, Pat Mcafee, and Shannon Sharpe based on the statement that he's innocent in this particular. Yeah.
But did he jump the gun because he wasn't removed? They were maybe they were anticipating that they would remove him of this lawsuit, so then he already has the other one rolling. Or did they use the lawsuit to stop the others from clowning him?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know what the strategy was, but
that's a really interesting way to do, because of course, like you said, he's not. They filed it based on him being innocent. But how can you be innocent while you're still in, well, a lawsuit? That's different, of course. It's not a crime, but
yeah. Well, based on the statement that that his lawyer made, which is very, which is a very unprofessional statement to say that we're going to we're going to bankrupt people. I mean, that's not something. I mean, if
Yeah,
that's the same lawyer that helped with the strategy, I would change lawyers. That's that's what
he
I would
got
say.
flipping Jim. Yes, That's- allegedly, allegedly.
Yeah, so it's
Oh
I don't
man.
know if he jumped it. I think he did overplay his hand.
Mm.
I think he did overplay his hand. Sometimes you need to watch. Sometimes you, not sometimes you need to control your emotions. You need to control your ego, and he seems like someone with a big ego. So if you can't manage your ego, you will act based on it, and you would think that, hey, you know what? You said this about me. I'm gonna end you, and but then you get too excited. You see an opening, you throw the ball, and it gets intercepted.
You saw the wrong shirt. You thought they had a black shirt, but it was no. You thought it was they had a green shirt, green and yellow, but they had a blue and white shirt. Pick
Intercept.
six.
Big six, yeah. So it's yeah, it's the more things are progressing, the more I believe that he is acting very emotionally
Mm.
and he is moving very recklessly and thereby making the damage even bigger because let's say he gets let's say he gets found guilty in this case, or at least that they do.
Lose
The
the last.
judge does conclude that he did act in a fraudulent manner.
Mm.
That would mean that he would need to compensate the damages in this case. Plus, he would probably lose the other three cases and would need to pay damages there as well. So it's like he's at least doubled the damages. That's a very dumb move. Now, if he found,
Or
but
or
maybe, but he's an all or nothing guy. So it's the Hail Mary.
or is the CTE working? The
Yeah,
CTE is working. Yes, his CTE is working.
yeah,
Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's a good question. Good question to ask. It's a very interesting move. I think you wouldn't see this move. Which gotta ask yourself, why did the lawyer didn't advise? The lawyer is talking greasy, talking about bankrupting people. Should a lawyer actually advise his
Client not to say that.
client? Well, no, well, client not to sue yet. Be patient. But
Well,
but it's very weird that first of all they sue and the lawyer is talking like the client in
that's
interviews.
that's my problem. That's my problem. The lawyer is acting. They should check his credentials. But sometimes you get lawyers that, because as a lawyer, you have to advise your clients, and that means that you have to tell them that why they're wrong. But if your lawyer is a yes man, maybe a big fan of Brett Favre, and he's also emotionally involved, then it's over. It's not a good lawyer to have. It's a good fan to have, but not a good lawyer to have.
How can you assess in that case whether to proceed? Because I mean, in this case, it's clear that he's moving way too fast. He might have filed that lawsuit if he had waited maybe a couple of months. The strategy. I'll be to be honest, RJ. The strategy doesn't make any sense to me. Even if I try to rationalize it, it's a very weird move to me.
Yeah, yeah. You can't rationalize it. That's the whole problem. I think, yeah, that's what I think. I think he went all or nothing. It was a very bad move. Now, sometimes KR, um, the answer is right in front of us, and sometimes we want to make things more difficult than it has to be.
Mm.
Sometimes things are so simple. Let's say the answer is so obvious that you think, no, there must be something behind this. I don't see a strategy anywhere. I think they really made a very bad. I think they just
Off the cuff, just waking up. Oh, I need to sue today,
yeah, yeah.
man. But what will this mean for at the end for Pat? It's a good thing to know what Pat can expect from this. How can Pat angle this?
Well, Pat will definitely use it uh, in his in his uh, in his advantage. This information, saying that, hey, I didn't defame you because the facts are there. That's aside what he can already say, which is I said allegedly, but I mean that will definitely help him. But unfortunately, if Brett doesn't stand down, then Brett, Pat would need to continue with the procedure as well, just like Michael Irving. He might know he has a very likely chance to win the case, but he would still need to pay lawyers. He would still need to litigate. So that's unfortunate. It doesn't do take anyway, and that's what sometimes I always say, because I'm a lawyer, but not a U.S. lawyer. But what I always say to clients who want to go to court, I will say, "Hey, you have a good position. You have you're in the right. The judge, in my opinion, the judge will probably agree with that statement. However, if the other party doesn't agree, you would need to litigate, and that takes a while. So it's not always about
You have the
being
war
right.
chest.
What do you have?
The war chest.
The war chest?
Yeah, to pay
Uh,
the lawyers, and you gotta litigate. It's a war.
yeah. And sometimes I tell, yeah, because sometimes it's a business decision, KR. You need to ask yourself, hey, is me being right worth worth it? Worth the money that I'd have to pay? And let's say if if the legal fees are almost the same as what you're claiming, is it really smart to litigate?
Yeah, sometimes that's always a interesting question to answer, because sometimes you want to fold people, put them in a trunk, and I don't know, figuratively, of course, guys. But that also means that it might cost you some money. But sometimes it's worth it. It's always up to you as the person involved to assess what is the best choice for you at that moment based on your financial means, and also on whether you really need to proceed in a certain way in order to have peace. So sometimes it's also about peace. You're on mute.
Yeah, the question is, what is it worth the money? And for the answer is different for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone has a different answer.
Sometimes you gotta flex on people.
Sometimes make an example out of people, or sometimes, like you said in the Michael Irving show, sometimes you need to get the judgment proving your innocence so you can clear your name. That's also a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always that's the thing a lot with these lawsuits, and we have now two cases that are seems to be going the similar way, meaning that in this case Michael is suing, and he's suing basically to show that he's innocent. So far, the and guys, you can watch. Like I said before, go watch on Monday. We have a playlist for that as well. On the Monday show, you can also see where the list is. He's trying to show that he's innocent. He didn't do anything. In this case, it's also proceeding that the person who is being sued, who say I won't say by mistake, but by timing, is proven that what they said might not have been wrong, allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. This was definitely interesting developments. But I think that I think that we'll have to
Imagine
wait.
that position.
What did you say?
And that position is gonna go crazy, yo. Imagine Brett sitting there and pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
It's done. If he starts doing that during the deposition, it's done. His whole I don't know who's gonna ever hire him for any endorsements. And he has to pay.
I think the mob might hire him
For
as a
what?
plug.
Pleading. well, he's shown that he cannot sling. So outside of I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
The mob might be hiring for as cannon fodder. But
Yeah. I heard you need the money.
yeah, we need the. I'm not gonna say. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this whole case. Do you think that these latest texts are going to prove Pat right about what he said? He said some funny stuff. He's trying to be funny. Is it bad these days to be funny? One of the funniest things he said though, I gotta I'm not gonna pull it up, but I don't know if you saw it about his remark he made when someone scored a touchdown and they were doing the movement at the Cowboy Stadium, certain movement. That was quite wild. What Pat said. It was a funny remark. But is it bad these days, guys? Can we make jokes? I don't want to go into rant mode about not being able to make a joke or two. But is it a bad thing? In this case, this guy, he's still in a lawsuit with the Mississippi state about this whole scandal, fraud scandal, and he decides to sue others about him being innocent, defaming him. What are we again? I'm gonna answer. Last time I said it, Brad, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
I like him as a quarterback, but come on, man. Come on. There's gonna be know when to stop, know when to quit, man. I understand on the field you always have to push through.
On the field, you said.
On the field, yeah.
We're
Don't
good.
try to push through off the field because that's gonna definitely either end up in a lawsuit, you in jail, or anything else that's not positive.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Anything to what you want to add?
Nah,
This is
man.
sad though. Do you think this is sad? Guys, let us know in the chat if you think this is the chat, the comments. Is this a sad? Because
Yeah.
what I don't know, man. I don't like we discussed already. There is no clear strategy here. These guys are making it up while they are well. We always say we are we are building it while we're flying, or
Yeah.
how do we say it?
Yeah.
The-
Building it
the-
as we fly.
As we fly, these guys are building it while the plane is going down.
No. It's a better analogy would be Brad is in a Brad is in a plane. They experience engine failure and he deletes the pilot. That's
Oh my god! Oh man, Brad, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It's sad, man. It's sad. Sad to see people go out like this, man. Shad, Shad might have put him in a headlock with this one.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna have a field day. And when the verdict comes, when the official judgment comes, and if it's against Favre, the media is going to have a field day with it.
And with media, you also say double touch show. This was in the beginning of the show, guys. If you're just tuning in, go watch it. Go back and see the light roast. We were roasting the beans a little bit over here.
Yeah,
If this falls out, if this point falls on Pat's side, we might go in full roast, dark roast. That might be coming out like one of these Jersey Shore people.
Like orange.
Orange Man. He's gonna be the new Orange Man.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, guys, all jokes aside, it's sad that this is happening. And Brad, please, guys, just fold, man. Just fold. Sometimes you gotta give it up. You gotta give it up. If you're getting punched in the face,
Quit while
sometimes
you're
it's a
behind.
good idea to stop right there and walk away while you still can, with all your teeth in your mouth. Allegedly.
Quit while you're behind.
Don't get tackled. Don't get tackled from behind. Oh man, RJ, do you have
Short recap.
a short recap of this debacle? Because this is going, to be honest, I didn't expect this to go this way. This development, this latest development, but
Like a
give us
late
a
night
recap.
live.
Huh?
It has the late night live vibe with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give a quick recap. Thanks, KR. So in today's show, we talked about the text messages that surfaced, in which can be seen that Brett Favre, despite what he claimed, did know about the potential legal, did or should have known about the potential legal
Consequence?
complications and or consequences that were related to the money he basically acquired, or at least the money that isn't there anymore. He had a lot of courage. If I think courage has to be the word, because the other word I can think of is ignorance.
Hey,
It's one or the two, but to sue Pat McAfee, to sue Shannon Sharpe, to sue
Shad White.
Shad White for defamation amongst other things, while still not being cleared from the current case. This looks very bad for Brett Favre. And I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Brett Favre unnecessarily made his damages worse because now not only does he have the case in what city is it? Or state? In Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. But he also has 3 other cases, which means that if the Mississippi case doesn't pan out, and the way it's looking, it's not looking good for him right now. He would lose that case and lose probably the 3 other cases, which means more damages, which means more damages he would need to compensate as well. So he'll be sued literally left and right.
Hey, stay in the pocket, Brett. You might not get out of this one.
Yeah. Just you see the O-line, the O-linesman, he failed you. He let someone through. Just take that one.
Don't everyone through.
Don't run. Don't run.
Take this one. Take it as a man.
Don't run. Take a knee, man. Yo, it's
Slap. Oh man, this is looking bad, man. This is looking bad.
yeah, take a knee.
Hey,
Because if you try to run, if you run, you go out the pocket, what's awaiting you might be even worse.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
So,
That's very good.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, it doesn't look good. Guys, we'll definitely keep you up to date if there are any other developments. KaiR, I think that's in essence the recap of today's show.
Yeah. I want to say one last thing, and shout out to Shad because Brett probably Googled Shad and thought this guy might be a softie. I've seen bigger guys in NFL, so this I can take him. Shad looks like a kid on here. He's
Yeah.
very young. I mean, he's
Nice.
37.
Yeah. Don't let the smile fool you, though.
Don't let the smile fool you, Brett. Shad is how can I say it without using the word? I cannot-
W?
Huh?
What word do you want to use?
KILLAH. He's one of those.
a contractor.
Contractor. He's a contractor. He's doing the work on you.
He's a John Wick, man.
John Wick, man. That is John Wick. Don't let the smile fool you. Guys, I think it's a great moment to
wrap up
wrap
today's
up.
show. Yes. Hey guys, thanks to everyone that tuned in to today's live show. Everyone that's watched this pre-recorded live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. Whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, and enemies as well. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, guys, with regards to this channel, this YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. We would really appreciate it if you haven't done so already. If this is your first time, go check out our catalog. Go check out our other videos. Go check out the frequency. We've been doing this for a while, consistently improving, building it as we fly, as KaiR said, improving show by show, and getting as well reaction from you guys in the comment section, which we really appreciate. So guys, really thank you for your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It really helps us. A lot of people watch the content, but for some reason they do not subscribe yet, maybe you don't know where we're going, trust us, guys. Although KR and I have very, very, very hectic lives outside of this channel, we are committed to building and growing this channel. So if you haven't done
With
so
you.
already, what
With
is it?
you.
With you, yeah, with you, definitely. And as we're still growing, as we're still relatively small, we're still a small channel, you have a lot of influence in the direction in where we in which we grow towards. So if you have input, if you have things you want us to talk about, let us know. We can reach read every comment at this stage in our growth. As we say, we're great, you just don't know it yet. As KR always says at the end of the show.
But I can only show you the door.
And behind the door is a smile, and behind that smile is a contractor. Run!
Yeah, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section below, guys. And it's been a pleasure to serve you guys once more. We'll see each other in the next show. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Wanna hear